Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 20th of July 2015. And starting off in the 5-minute on Friday, you can see the market was very quiet in the pre-market session with a range of just 35 points. So this was setting a precedent really for the afternoon session as well, or the morning session in New York. Prior to this, we've had a lot of activity in the morning session, and Friday we seem to just come to a grinding halt as prices started to trade sideways, and this set the tone for the afternoon session, New York morning session on Friday. The first signal, of course, is the 231. There's some professional selling there, but generally we wait for the first 5 minutes. So this triple X here is the first signal that would be classed as the first opportunity, but immediately we see that this market, having weighed up the background of the Greek deal being done, that the stock market is going to move back to the upside, which is what we'd already seen in the daily chart. We'd expect the market to find support, and this is exactly what it did at this level. The market sitting on this 18,050 level. We then get a buy PTI, which is just filled at the 18,066 level. You can see that there. However, in times gone by, as I mentioned before, sometimes it's better to use, well, not sometimes, all the time it's better to use odd numbers in the orders that you actually place with ETX, as well as this can actually avoid these situations here where a price is actually filled. So we see the market coming back to the 66, and had you've had that price, of course the order would have been filled, so that's a 15-point loss on the first trade, and then we see the market reverse and move lower, resulting in a second loss there. And after two losses, you either have to make a decision to say, I'll call it a day, it's Friday, a Greek deal's been done, we can't expect a lot from the market, and that's precisely what we see the market doing here. Had you continued, there's a 12-point here, a 10-point loss in this one, and a 12-point loss here as well. But the market, you can see the volume dropping off, price is becoming sideways, and if you, again, this is the busy time of the trading session, and you can see just by drawing this in here, we have an 18-point range in the market. So when this started to happen, for me, it was a case of this market's going to do nothing today, because this is the busiest time in the session. It's always the most volatile, and that's precisely what happens for the next several hours. The market does absolutely nothing. We get towards the end of the session, and then the market, again typical, the market's brought back by the pros, and you can see here that we've got a really marked drop off in the volume. This is just marking prices and bringing prices back to the upside here. So prices are brought back to the upside, and if you look at the daily chart, you can see a very tiny range, a telegraph pole, which is indecision in the market, and now on the overnight you can see a very tiny trading range as well. And today's news isn't going to help matters either, so let's just remove this and have a quick look at the news. Today we've got Treasury Secretary Lew speaking. That is all for today. That's at 7:30 p.m. This market's got to make some sort of direction itself, or on any other news that comes out from the Greeks today. The deal still hasn't been officially done, but the banks open again in Greece today. So for me, that assumes that they've actually done the deal, if they're going to actually open the banks, or they're just about to conclude the deal. So if there's any announcement about this, then you can expect the market to move to the upside, heading back towards the 18,180 level, which is where the market was heading last week. No volume in this market. It is purely the Ponzi scheme. Prices being kept on the highs by the professionals at the moment in this market. And finally, in the implied volatility, we've seen this precipitous drop in implied volatility, a massive slide down to 10.45. This is reflected in the chart. We get down to the below 10 or around that sort of level 10 or below, then we can expect a correction in the market, which is probably going to come, I would suspect, after the summer vacation time now, which we're just about to enter as well. So the next few weeks could be difficult. Just to warn you in advance, we could see a lot of sideways activity in this market. So I should be looking for ways to actually manage this, because obviously we've had a lot of volatility of late with the Greek deal. Great moves, lots of points, but we could be heading to into a period at the moment where we could see prices trading sideways. So just to forewarn you of that, because of the deal being done and the politicians wanting to go on holes as well. Right, that's it from me for today. I will see you in tomorrow's edition of the Market Alerts. Let's see how things pan out today to get an idea of how much volatility is going to be in the market for the coming week. Right, see you in tomorrow's. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.